And now for our feature presentation.
Hello everybody, welcome to my 19th game of my solo run of Jeopardy for Philips CDI, in which so far I've accumulated $837,029. Could we make it to $3 million in just 1 year? It is highly possible. Let's find out as we get started. Like I said, I'm having a great time playing this particular Jeopardy game.
This is Jeopardy!
Yes, it is.
And now, entering the studio is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Charlie O'Donnell. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Jeopardy! If you already know the rules, select the number of players. For game rules, select Help.
Yeah, like I said, I'm having a great time playing this particular Jeopardy video game. It's a lot of fun.
If you know the rules, please select the number of players.
We used the name Aaron last time, so let's pick the next A name.
Okay, go ahead and select a name.
So what comes after Aaron? Abe.
Abe.
Short for Abraham.
Now, if your names are right,
It all sounds like Babe.
we begin, as we always do, with the Jeopardy round, the round in which we will have the one daily double in one of these categories.
All right, let's see them. What are they?
Scientists and inventors. AKA, also known as.
You know what that means.
Holidays and observances. Rodents. Musical theater. And finally, a category in which each correct response will end with the letter X.
Okay.
Let's put the dollar values on the board.
Start AKA for 500.
Abe, make your first selection. The answer is
Martin Rosenblatt used this stage name when he played Artemus Gordon on The Wild Wild West.
Who is Ross Martin? Right there.
You're right.
Go with ends in X for 500, please.
Abe, which one do you want? For $500,
This bone in your body was named for its resemblance to a cuckoo's beak.
What is the coccyx, which is also known as the tailbone?
yes, you got it.
All right, we have a grand.
Abe, which one do you want?
Holidays and observances for 500.
Answer?
Checkers Day is an event honoring these owned by politicians.
What are dogs? I had a dog when I was a little boy, but now I have a cat. The world's most spoiled orange tabby cat.
That's the one.
Okay, let's move on to musical theater.
Abe,
For 500.
which one do you want? Select. For $500,
Before Roseanne, John Goodman played Huck Finn's pap in this 1985 musical.
What is Big River?
Well done.
$2,000. Okay. Let's switch over to rodents for 500.
Which one do you want? Select. For $500,
It wasn't these rodents, but the fleas they carried that caused the Great Plague in London.
What are rats?
correct.
Very good. Scientists and inventors for 500.
Abe, what'll it be? For $500,
Monk, who formulated laws of segregation and independent assortment to explain what he found while breeding plants.
Who is Gregor Mendel? E. G. Right there.
you got it.
We got all the $500 clues, but haven't found the daily double yet. So let's go to AKA 4.
Abe, which one do you want? Clue.
You probably know British TV comic Alfred Hawthorne Hill better by this name.
His theme song is really funny too. What is Benny Hill?
Right. Abe, which one do you want?
Ends in X for 400.
For $400,
The title for a woman put in charge of carrying out the terms of a will.
What is an executrix? I have trouble pronouncing words.
you got it.
Yay. Holidays and observances 400.
Abe, what'll it be? Your clue is
In a park each April, Philadelphia holds a competition in this to honor Ben Franklin.
What is kite flying?
right.
Okay, let's switch to musical theater 400.
Abe, which one do you want? Here it is.
David Wayne won one of the first Tonys for playing Og, one of these creatures in Finian's Rainbow.
What is a leprechaun?
Yes, you got it.
All right, moving on.
Abe, how are you going to play it?
Rodents 400.
The answer is
This small striped member of the squirrel family comes in eastern and western types.
What are chipmunks?
yes. Well done.
Okay, let's go back to scientists and inventors for 400.
Abe, what'll it be? Select. For $400,
Though Gabriel Fallopius discovered this reproductive tube, it said he didn't know what it was for.
What is the fallopian tube? All right, makes sense. So. There it is. So the second one.
you're right.
All right. Let's go back to AKA for 300.
Abe, how are you going to play it? The answer there
Born Julia Newmar, this statuesque beauty played Catwoman on the TV series Batman.
Who is Julie Newmar? Julie Newmar.
Yes, well done.
Ends in X for 300.
Abe, how are you going to play it? For $300.
Watson and Crick said DNA comes coiled in a double one of these.
What is a helix?
Correct.
Awesome. Holidays and observances for 300.
Abe, which one do you want? For $300.
National UNICEF Day falls on this date.
What is October 31st? AKA Halloween. Right there. Right there.
Right. Abe, which one do you want?
That's funny.
For $300.
Agnes de Mille choreographed a sword dance for this 1947 Lerner and Loewe Scottish musical.
What is Brigadoon?
Right.
Very good. Herb.
Abe, which one do you want? The answer is
They're famous for their migrations when millions of them cross the tundra.
What are lemmings?
yes, you got it.
All right. A lot of cash sitting in front of me right now. Let's go to scientists and inventors.
Abe, how are you going to play it?
There it is.
It's the Daily Double.
Daily double.
Abe,
6,900, please. Let's go all in.
going for it all. All right, let's see what happens. Here is your Daily Double clue.
Maxim, Hotchkiss, and Gatling each invented a type of this weapon.
What is a machine gun?
You're right.
Okay, let's just do scientists and inventors for 100.
Abe, what'll it be? For $100,
He also invented the photophone, a way to transmit sound via lights.
Who is Alexander Graham Bell? Oh, there he is, right there. I see him.
correct. Abe, for $200,
In 1675, Giovanni Cassini noticed that this planet's ring was actually two rings.
What is Saturn?
correct. Abe, for $100,
This leading lady born Myrna Williams is the most famous Myrna we know.
Who is Myrna Loy?
You're right. Abe? The answer there.
Before he was a boxer, he was Rocco Francis Marchigiano.
Who is Rocky Marciano?
You got it. Abe? For $100,
Someone has designated the day after this holiday your Welcome Giving Day.
What is Thanksgiving Day? Which normally the day after that is Black Friday.
That's it. Abe? For $200,
During this National Hot Dog Month, Americans down an average 1 billion of them.
What is July? To be honest, I don't really eat hot dogs. Not a big fan of them.
correct. Abe? The answer is
When threatened, it will stamp its feet and rattle its quills in warning.
What is a porcupine?
you're right. Abe? For $200,
This rodent's hind feet are webbed for swimming, and its broad flat tail acts as a rudder.
What is a beaver?
you're right. Abe? The answer is
The 1985 revival of this musical featured Yul Brynner's wife as the lead royal dancer.
What is the king and I?
yes. Abe? Clue.
When this musical about a milkman returned to Broadway in 1990, Topol topped the cast.
What is Fiddler on the Roof?
Yes, you got it. Abe? The answer?
It's an evil spell or curse.
What's a hex?
Yes.
We have one clue left to look at. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, please.
Here is the last clue. The clue.
6-letter synonym for an oath.
What's a lummox? $15.6.
You're right.
Okay.
That's the Jeopardy round. How quickly will your earnings increase in this double Jeopardy round?
Let's find out.
It depends on the categories, of course, and here they are.
Let's see him.
Alberta. Literary villains. Business talk. The 1920s. Trees. And finally, religion.
Okay.
First, let's put the dollar values on the board. Abe,
Alberta, 1,000.
make your first selection. For $1,000.
A small public land reserve around hot mineral springs developed into this Alberta National Park.
What is Banff? Banff National Park, yeah.
That's it.
Okay, we're going to go on to Business Talk 1,000.
Abe, what'll it be? For $1,000.
A Green River Ordinance is a local law that regulates or prohibits this type of selling.
What is door to door?
Right.
Okay, we're moving on to 19 literary
Abe?
1,000.
How are you going to play it? For $1,000.
This monstrous descendant of Cain is the villain of Beowulf.
Who is Grendel?
That's the one.
Now 1920s.
Abe, which one do you want? For $1,000.
In 1927, he built his prefabricated Dymaxion house.
Who is Buckminster Fuller?
You're right. Abe, which one do you want? And it's the Daily Double. Abe,
1906, please.
get it correct, of course, and you'll double your score. Here is your Daily Double clue.
These Indians of northwest New Mexico celebrate the arrival of winter in their Shalakos ceremony.
Who are the Zuni?
That's right.
Religion for 800.
Abe, which one do you want? For $800.
In this religion, Durga, a consort of Shiva, slew a ferocious buffalo demon.
What is Hinduism?
Correct. Abe, which one do you want? For $600.
It's the third book of the Old Testament.
What is Leviticus?
Yes, well done. Abe, which one do you want? Answer?
The Kamidana, or God's Shelf, is a tiny shrine associated with this Japanese religion.
What is Shinto?
Well done. Abe, how are you going to play it? Here's your clue.
A surah is one of the chapters or sections of this Muslim holy book.
What is the Quran?
That's the one. Abe, which one do you want? Select.
Trees 1,000. Let's go there.
For $1,000.
The scientific name of this maple tree is Acer saccharum.
What is the sugar maple?
You're right. Abe, which one do you want?
Alberta for 800.
The answer?
In 1670, King Charles II granted fur trading rights in Alberta to this company.
What is the Hudson Bay Company? Hudson's Bay Company. Yeah, there it is. Right there.
Right.
Phew. Thank God.
Abe,
Business Talk 8.
which one do you want? For $800.
From the Latin fidere, to trust. It's a company that holds assets in trust for a beneficiary.
What is a fiduciary trust? Fiduciary trust.
Right. Abe, which one do you want? Your clue is
In this 1886 Robert Louis Stevenson story, the hero and villain are the same man.
What is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Nope. Try again. There we go. There it is.
well done.
Okay.
Abe, which one do you want? For $800.
He presented a paper on cultures of a penicillium to the Medical Research Club in 1929.
Who is Alexander Fleming? Is that correct?
Right.
Over $45,000 right now.
Abe, what'll it be? For $800.
Because of its durability underwater, the live species of this tree has been used in shipbuilding.
What is oaks? Live oaks. Live oak. Yep.
Correct. Abe,
Alberta 6.
how are you going to play it? It's the second daily double. Abe,
46-2, please.
going for it all. All right, let's see what happens. Here is your daily double clue.
This grain is Alberta's chief farm crop, as it is for the other two prairie provinces.
What is wheat?
You're right.
Over $92,000 right now and counting.
Abe? For $200,
The Stampede, a 10-day rodeo, has been a popular event in this city since 1912.
What is Calgary?
you're right. Abe? The answer is
In 1882, Alberta was named for Princess Louise Caroline Alberta, a daughter of this queen.
Who's Queen Victoria?
yes, you got it. Abe? Your clue is
In his children's classic, a house falls on the Wicked Witch of the East, freeing the Munchkins from bondage.
Who is L. Frank Baum?
yes, well done. Abe? Here it is.
Simon Legree has him beaten to death for refusing to inform on 2 runaway slaves.
Who is Uncle Tom?
Right. Abe? For $600.
Critics call this Othello character Shakespeare's consummate villain.
Who is Iago?
Correct.
$94,200. A lot of money.
Abe? The clue.
An investor is said to be bullish if he believes the stock market will do this.
What does go up?
You're right. Abe? Answer?
An asset is said to be frozen if it's tied up, or this if it's readily convertible into cash.
What is liquid?
You got it. Abe? For $600.
It's a brief description of a property for sale or a detailed description of a stock issue.
What is a prospectus?
Correct. Abe? Answer?
On September 30th, 1927, he hit a then record 60th home run for a season.
Who is Babe Ruth?
You're right. Abe? Here it is.
He was elected governor of New York in 1928, 4 years before winning the presidency.
Who is Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
Yes. Abe? The answer is
Reza Khan became Shah of this country, ending the over 100-year-old Qajar dynasty.
What is Iran?
well done.
3 clues left before we go to Final Jeopardy.
Abe? Answer?
The scientific name of this giant tree means sequoia, always green.
What is redwood?
You got it. Abe? For $400.
This Australian gum tree is the tallest tree in the southern hemisphere.
What is the eucalyptus?
Right.
And we have 1 clue left on the board. Let's take a look at it, please.
Here is the last clue.
$600. Here we go.
For $600.
This swamp tree is called bald, perhaps because its needle-like leaves are shed in the fall.
What is the cypress?
That's the one.
Over $97,000 right now.
And that does it for Double Jeopardy.
Yes, it does.
In a moment, Final Jeopardy. Each player will be writing down their Final Jeopardy question on a piece of paper. Make sure you have enough pens and paper for everybody before starting this Final Jeopardy round. Now, let's take a look at our Final Jeopardy category. The Final Jeopardy category is newspapers and magazines. Now it's time to place your Final Jeopardy wager. Abe, make sure your opponents are looking the other way as you enter your secret wager.
I'm going to wager everything except $19.
In just a moment, we will show you the clue. You must write down your response before time runs out, so make sure you have a pen and paper ready. The Final Jeopardy answer: for over 30 years, Sergio Aragonés has been drawing marginal cartoons for this satirical magazine.
What is Mad? Or what is Mad Magazine, I should say.
Time's up. Please stop writing. The correct question: what is mad? Abe, were you right or wrong? Great. You're the Jeopardy champ. Now let's see how much more you've added to your winnings. Big wager, big score, big player. Good going, Jeopardy champ.
All right.
All right, that concludes this game of Jeopardy. Let's take a look at the high scores, shall we? Here are Jeopardy's high scores. So far, of course, you're the only one on the board. Would you like to play again?
No? Okay.
But thanks for playing. I'm Alex Trebek, and I'll see you next time when once again you get to play Jeopardy!
In 19 games, we've won $3,032,610. So we made it to the